Let me ask you about a technique that's been used in Congress of late, and that is to use the so-called power of the purse to force concessions from President Obama. It was done in the case of trying to defund Obamacare, which resulted in the government shutdown, and then later it was done to try to defund Homeland Security. What do you think about those techniques?
Look, I think passing a budget and using whatever authority the legislature has, that Congress has, to force the dialogue with the administration is really important. So whether it's the budget or this new policy of taking discrete regulations where there may have been an overzealous interpretation of the law, is a proper thing to do, to force the conversation to begin to compromise. So
you would support the effort to defund Obamacare that led to the government shutdown?
No, not necessarily. I have to see the specifics of it. I don't think that's the case. But look, if you go ask Governor Haley what it's like to deal with the legislature. Ask me when I was governor for 8 years. They used their power to be able to get what they thought was important concessions from the executive, and I did the same. And that dialogue has disappeared because President Obama and Harry Reid effectively put democracy on hold for 5 or 6 years. I mean, think about it. There's 300 plus bills that passed the House, never got a hearing. And regular order is what we need to do.
Governor, you've now done some retailing in the first 4 early states. What have you learned? What surprised you? What's your takeaway now after doing these events in the 4 early states?
There's a lot of interest in changing the course that we're on in Washington. I think that's the principal takeaway. I stay away from the politics of politics because I'm not a candidate. I'm considering it, and so I don't give partisan speeches per se. I mean, I have views and I express them, but I don't have a campaign stump speech, so it's hard to see how people respond to that. That's not why I'm here. So I'm learning along the way how to get better at the part of what I do, and it's been fun.
What have you learned about that? What have you learned about getting better at what you do?
I'm determined to do it. So nothing specific, but look, I think if you're on a long journey and you start at X, if you have any kind of aspirational nature in who you are, you're expecting to get 2X, 3X, 4X, whatever it is. I'm goal driven, and I can assure you that I'll get better at whatever it is that I need to do.
How important